Welcome to another video from DIY Daily. Just got a full step-by-step guide today showing you how to replace the glow plugs on this 2005 Audi A4 B7 model and 2 litre TDI. Got a full set of MGK glow plugs. Check out the description below, put links to the glow plugs and where you can get them from, links to all the tools and any torque settings as well. Just before we get into the video, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, just click on the red subscribe button below to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. We've got quite a few other videos on the 2 litre TDI and the B7s, timing belt, the oil pump drive. There's plenty of others on there as well, so just check the link above or they're in the description below as well. First thing we're going to do is just pop the engine cover off. Very straightforward, and just pop that off. And then the glow plugs are actually situated underneath the rocker cover. So first thing we're going to need to do, just got a little pipe there, and rather than taking the pipe out the rocker cover, you just want to pull it apart at this section there. So just grab that side of it while working that way. And then we've got this breather pipe on the side. To get that off, you've got to pinch the two side pieces. And just want to do it quite gently, just pinch the two side pieces in, just try and work it gently because it can get a bit brittle sometimes. Once we've got that off, we've got some Torx bolts all the way around the outside. So we'll just get all them Torxes out, them two pipes off, and get the rocker cover off. So we've now got the rocker cover out of the way. Just to get it out, you just have to take the front top timing cover off. There's just a couple of little spring clips on there, just that one. And one a bit lower down, then you can just pull the cover up and out of the way. It just hooks over the edge of the rocker cover. And once you've undone all the bolts, the cover is just slightly tight, just because it's been on for a while, that's all. We just need to just lightly pry it up and it'll pop off. And once you've got it off, if you just sit it upside down, just make sure that the seal stays located, ready for when you're refitting it. Might be an ideal time if you've got one. If you want to get one, you can obviously replace the gasket at the same time, but normally they're not too bad to refit them. And if we come over to the cylinder end, you can just see the glow plugs. Got one just in there, a little green wire going to it. They do get quite brittle again because they're in the engine and in the warm oil all the time. They seem to go a bit brittle, so you just have to be a bit careful removing them. We've got the first one there with the green wire on it. Next one's tucked in there with the black wire. One there with the orange wire, and then another black wire on the back there. So we'll just pull all the connectors off now and then get around to swapping them over. And to get the glow plug off there, just simply use the needle nose pliers. You can just sort of grip in that bit of the plug and just pull it up directly straight up in the direction that it's sort of facing. So that's one off. And number 3 glow plug, slightly different, just got a different type connector on it. So. Right, so now that all the connectors are off, just got an 8mm socket, just with a small ratchet on there. Just you've got to be careful with glow plugs. You don't want to. They're not too bad these because they're situated in the oil. They don't tend to get seized in. Just need to be quite gentle with them, and not they can snap quite easily, so just get a feel for it. And if it feels like it is too tight and it's going to snap, then you really don't want to be trying to get them out. So we'll have a crack at these now, see how they come undone. That one's cracked off nicely. Same with that one. Yeah, so all four have just cracked off really nicely. They weren't too tight in there. We'll just wind them all out now. So that's the first one out. I've just undone them all and then just gripped them with some pliers to pull them out. So that's all four glow plugs out now. When you're getting the pliers on them, sometimes the ends of them are just a little bit tight. Just sort of just wiggle them a little bit and then just pull them up. We're ready to put the new ones in. The torque setting is 8 to 11 Newton meters, so we'll probably just set the torque wrench to 10 Newton meters and sort of meet in the middle of that. I'll just show you quickly just how to test the glow plug as well with the multimeter. Yeah, so I've just got 3 of the glow plugs here. It's just basically run through you how to test them quick. You want your multimeter on the continuity setting, and all that does is just pick up resistance. So if I was to join these two together, the bleep there just shows that it's making a circuit. Basically, I'll just set these up quick. If you just hold one terminal where the connector goes on the top there, and the other pin on the body of the glow plug itself, you can see that's got continuity through it, and the resistance is coming up. Just give it enough time to settle to about 0.1 there, which is okay really. Anywhere between sort of 0.2 and sort of 1.2 is okay. So that's actually okay, that glow plug. Come to the next one, and there's actually no circuit through it at all, so it's completely open circuit. That one's no good at all. The next one, again exactly the same. There's no circuit through the glow plug at all, so both of them will not be doing anything. So that's just simply how you test it. So all we'll do now is just gently locate each glow plug into the hole, just run them down, just barely even finger tight, and then we'll get the torque wrench out and torque them up correctly to 10 Newton meters. We'll just do that quick. So using digital torque wrench tonight. Don't have to use a digital one, just normal one will do. If you're not using a torque wrench, 9 Newton meters is quite a light nip really. They don't want to be too tight, so we're just going to nip all them up now. Right, so that's all 4 glow plugs correctly torqued to 9 Newton meters now. All we'll have to do is just put the connectors on there and you just need to feed them onto the top and just push them down just till you hear it click into place. So obviously all we're going to do now is just rebuild it exactly as we took it off. But as you can see, not too bad a job at all to do really. If you wanted to attempt it yourself, you'd save quite a bit of money on the labour and just that pay for the glow plugs. But yeah, if you check out the links in the description below, I'll put links to the glow plugs and all the tools used as well. And don't forget to check out some of the other B7 videos. So I think there's about 10 or 12 videos on there now for the B7. So I'll just fly through this as we're putting it back together now. Just on number 3 here, as we found it, this actual connector piece is missing the top piece, so it's actually broken. All I'm going to do with this one is, rather than risk having this in there and coming off or anything like that, I'm just actually going to push the wire directly onto the glow plug terminal. So. So just as you drop the rocker cover on, just make sure that the seal stays in place. And before you nip it down, just run a couple of the Torx bolts just gently down by hand to make sure it's all located square. But when you're nipping them up, they don't want to be too tight again. I haven't got a torque setting for them, but it's just a light nip really, they don't want to be too tight. I wouldn't really recommend using a buzz gun to do them if you don't use one a lot, but I do use one quite a bit, and all I'm going to do is just literally just run it down and just till it just lightly nips, and then you won't be nipping them by hand really. So the rocker cover's all back on now, the 2 pipes are clipped back in, and timing cover's back on as well. It's just a little bit tricky with the timing cover. You just have to sort of locate it into a guide and just put that bottom clip on as well. And there's just the 2 on this side to go on. So now that's done, we've just got to refit the engine cover and that's it. So I thought I'd share the video with you all in case anyone wants to have a go at theirs. Hope you liked it. If you did, give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.